Hello everyone, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button, a junk journal, a slow stitch. I do that as sustainably as possible. And as you may hear from the sound of my voice, I'm not feeling that well. And we still have the internet situation. So I thought I would give you an update on my Just Junk Journal, as this seems to be the thing that I'm really into at the moment. So I'm going to go with what I can do. So here we are. I've added some updates. I've kind of nearly finished the house. I think there's a few more things that I need to do. Because I'm not working in the craft room, I'm actually in my lounge here, and I've got a box of supplies and I've just been plugging away at it when I've got energy, which is not that often, but there we go. But here you can see I've added more detail, and then I've got more detail on the spine, and then it's the back, using that kit from that magazine and my paint and my inks. So I'm going to add some more detail onto the cover. I'm just not sure when it'll come together. So I've got two signatures, and the signatures are actually made from some packaging that came through the door and a large brown paper bag that we got. We treated ourselves to some burgers and they were delivered in this bag, and there was no marks on it, so I was like, okay, we will use that. So some of the pages are slightly interesting thicknesses and stuff, but I kind of like to go with that. So this is the first page, and it's one of those images from the magazine, but I've kind of gone over the writing with a white gel pen, and then I've used one of my stamps and I stamped out individual little, I think they're supposed to be mistletoe, and tucked them behind this image. And then behind that I've got a stamp in that Christmas stamp kit that is it's like script, so I've used that as a background. And it's all about layers, adding those layers in that makes junk stuff that's come through the post just look good. So I've kind of laid out my intentions. I was using an ice cream tub lid as a circle, and that's going to be like a motif that will be used throughout the journal. So my Christmas intentions are, obviously there will be gifts, food, and probably too many Christmas trees, but there will be love, wise choices, and laughter. And this is my Christmas to-do list. It's kind of got my ethos that there will be presents. We're going to have presents, but you know, we're going to wrap gifts, but we're also going to give some love. We're going to send peace, donate. We're going to donate it to the food bank, love people and be the light. I found this on Pinterest and I just sort of redid it with my Posca markers. And just use your own handwriting and just add a little line or a little dot, and you'll be amazed how your handwriting can turn into sort of lettering. That doesn't look too bad. So that's going to be my Christmas tree plan. It'll open up and I'm going to write down, we're going to have 3 Christmas trees I think this year. I don't really want to buy anything else for all the Christmas trees. We're going to use what we've got. This is just a wreath, one of those deer stamps. Remember, if you've seen the other videos in this series, that I got this, I looked through my stamps and I found this sort of bold deer, and this has been stamped on magazine. And then I've just used my markers around it and that ice cream tub lid to create a wreath. White gel pen around the edge of the page gives a bit of definition. So that's my family's Secret Santa whenever my niece Phoebe sorts that out, so that I can write my ideas for gifts. I've got like a flag page that I'll decorate, and this is one of those weirdy kind of just the kind of end of the bag, but I quite like the chunkiness of it, and I will try and find some interesting way of doing it, or I might just stick it down and have it as a chunky page. So this is that stamp that was the mistletoe. Excuse me, I am going to cough. And I have stamped it out. Then I've gone in with my acrylic markers, and I've just used the edge of the brush and the marker to sort of fill in the leaves, and then use some white gel pen for the little berries, and it's highly effective. I quite like it. I'd like this on some sort of furniture. I was like, oh, I don't know what furniture, but I was like, I could do that on furniture. Got a centre page now for, I will need my paints from upstairs. This is probably one of the last pages that I will do. So I've got 2 bits of large writing. So this one is Winter Wonderland, and that's going to be dark. It's going to be like the cover, the dark blue background, and then I'm going to stamp out some houses with some white gesso. So that's going to be for that centre page. I've got my family project update. I've not decorated it, I've just sort of written out what the books were that I needed to do. I've not written my own book on there, I need to write my own book. And this is just a nice kind of collagey page, driving home for Christmas, because it will not be going up for Christmas, but we will be going up for New Year, I think, or sometime around the end of the year. So this is that scripty stamp, just to make the sort of layered look on the background, because brown paper is very flat. It gives good contrast to stuff, but it is very flat, and it's the layers that make a page, I feel. So yeah, and then this is one of those stamps out of the kit onto some of the magazine page that I've just used my markers and coloured in some of the elements on it, which is quite good. Just a rough colour, not, you know, there's nothing precise about it. And again, ever present circle from the ice cream tub lid. I think I need to put the little dots on that writing, and then it will look like that. It's just much more effective and quite festive, I feel, that particular one. So I think that's the last page I've got to so far. So there are 2 signatures, and what I'm intending on doing is using it like a little bit of a Christmas planner. I'll like write the menu, what we're going to eat for Christmas dinner and stuff like that, and make some lists, gift lists. And I might not show you the gift lists or, you know, personal things in it, but that's how far I've got with it. I don't know how long it'll take. I don't know how long I'll be ill for, or the internet. We will just have to see. Anyway, there we go. A little update for you. I hope you're all well. Please let me know in the comments what you think about the journal. Are you making one? This journal, as I've said before, is made completely out of recycling. There's not a sticker, there's not anything bought other than using the art supplies. So that is, you know, the paint and the ink and the stamps. But the rest is all from those free magazines. I have got another couple of free magazines. Let me just reach over. Tesco's has not put theirs out yet, and Tesco's is going to be the good one to use, but they've not put it out yet. So I've got 2 more kind of ones that I'm going to use. I quite like that. You see the Christmas bauble. So, and I like the big words. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to cut some bits and pieces. This is still very November, that's why the poppy's on the front. But there you go. Anyway, thank you very much. If you've got this far and you can hear my croaky voice, please give me a like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTubey things that help my little channel grow. And I will hopefully be back in better voice very, very soon. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye bye.